quick, we won't linger on it long. Would you rather cross paths with a random man or a random bear on a hike?
I think I said bear.
A man.
Bear.
I answered a lion.
Into the mic. Into the mic, please.
I answered a lion or a tiger.
Wow, that's great. Thank you for being a good faith participant in this podcast.
I would pick a man.
A man.
Definitely a man.
Okay, what about you? Hello?
Probably. Well, are they like random?
Yeah, random.
Or a man?
Okay.
I like the way that question's worded because it's a little bit different than it's on a hike. Of course, I'm going to see men on a hike, versus if I'm camping in the woods, like somewhere desolate, and would I rather see a bear or a man?
Sure.
Maybe the bear that way.
Okay, so it was you who picked bear, and you picked bear, and I think that was it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, really quick, why do you pick bear? Why don't you pick man?
I guess it lacks any context. So I'm like, are we in a public park? Are there any other people around or anything? I wouldn't mind seeing a random man, but I'm thinking if I'm alone in the forest, I would rather see a bear because I know what to do when I see a bear. You can prep for that. If you see a random man, he might have the craziest intentions or a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Is he things living in the woods? Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess the way I would frame it is, it's on a hike, so it's not out of bounds that you would run into somebody, but perhaps this is not a super populated hiking trail. So there are gaps. I mean, it's not baked into the question. It's kind of just whatever your sense of what a hike is.
Vague.
But it would be, for example, well, here's the scenario that I'll give. There is an expectation that you will cross paths with people, but you're not frequently, there's not a bunch of people around. So you could encounter a person, whether a man or woman, and there's no other people around. I mean, but it's not odd that you are encountering them, if that makes sense.
I mean, I want to say bear just because you know what to do when you see a random bear.
Tell us what to do when you see a bear.
Don't you just stand still and try to pretend like it's not there, or you have bear spray?
No. So for a bear, you would need at least one extra person with you.
We do have a bear
someone on your shoulders.
I'm not a bear expert, guys.
To intimidate them.
Listen, I don't go on hikes.
Why do you
Can I
pick
say
bear?
this?
Why do you pick bear?
You just never know somebody's intentions or why they're out there. You never know. Everybody's such a stranger.
Okay, sure. Is there some concern that the guy could murder you or SA?
Yeah, that is that's scary.
Okay, what percentage of men do you think would do this?
I don't know.
But there's some risk assessment you're doing there where it's I think this percentage.
Safe? Is he dangerous?
Well, it's a random answer. You're thinking there's this percentage, X percentage of men are murderers or they're gonna try to do something to me, inappropriate, whatever. What percentage is that? In your head?
I don't fucking know. Holy shit. This is such a crazy ass question.
I would say less than 1%.
I mean, there's maybe less than a 5% chance that he could be dangerous. Because I'm just saying a guy who's in that situation where he's in the forest, I'm alone, off path, you gotta wonder, it's a little bit higher because it's not he's just walking on the sidewalk. This is an odd place for him to be.
Sure. So you say the percentage is low, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of pivot this a little bit. So a couple weeks ago, Uber had this new feature released where women can choose to not match with male drivers, or female drivers can choose to not pick up male fares. Do you guys think this is good? Okay.
I think it's good. I personally, 2 years ago, was drunk in the back of an Uber and sexually assaulted by my driver. And so I like the option of being able to choose.
Okay.
Especially just if it's going to be late night, I'm by myself, I'm a woman, maybe I've been drinking.
Right.
If I could have the option for a woman, but most of the time I feel generally safe in Ubers.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
You want to check for a slip over there?
I promise I'm good. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, no. I made sure I put something on underneath so that
it's okay. It's okay, Nick? Yeah. Okay, cool. We're good.
All right.
You don't have to answer this question, but just for the sake of the conversation, when people say SA, this is a umbrella term that encompasses a lot of different potential crimes. Are we talking full-blown rape, or are we talking he touched your leg? What are we talking?
No, I was so he parked when he brought me home, and he grabbed me by the neck and forced himself on top of me in the back of the car. I was able to talk him through not
fully raping me, but he was grabbing underneath my clothes, trying to take them off, choking me, slapping me.
Okay, so definitely crime, like very egregious crime status. Okay. I guess my question is then, and this is related to the bear, this is why I did a bit of a pivot. Who here, just really quick show of hands, is okay with this Uber policy where women can choose to match with women for Uber rides? Show of hands? Okay. Would you be okay with a sort of not equivalent policy, but would you be okay with a policy where white people only wanted to match up with white people? Whether you're the driver or the passenger.
Honestly,
are you okay with a policy like that?
I think I think that if people are so gung-ho about only wanting to be with their own race, that might even just eliminate, you know, the problem of someone of color being in the car with a racist person.
Okay.
I think to each their own. If you really don't want to be around certain people, like I feel like you have every right.
This could go in the other direction too, like black person doesn't want to ride with white person.
Sure.
Totally okay?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why it should be that big of a deal.
Anybody have any objections to like a racial preference on this?
I think
yes or no? Can somebody... No, yes? So everybody here is okay. I'm going to take it everybody here is okay with racial segregation when it comes to Uber.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes, she's okay with it. Anybody
No.
else?
Why would you segregate like that? That just causes more division.
I'll explain kind of what I'm getting to. Okay. So all of you cited either you had a personal experience or you heard a story or you would cite to crime statistics as justification for Uber making this sort of segregation between men and women. Women can ride with men, et cetera, et cetera. Well, why can't that justification also be valid when it comes to race? So let's say a black person had a bad experience with a white person, or the reverse, a white person had a bad experience with a black person, and this is their justification for not wanting to get either to pick up passengers of a certain racial group, or if you're the driver, pick up passengers of a certain racial group. No objections to that?
It would be cool, like, I think how, if you go on a search function and you can say you're on Yelp and you're like, oh, I only want to look at Chinese food. If there was a kind of a search function like that on Uber where you could pick your preferences for the type of driver that you have, okay. I don't see an issue with that. But that would encompass being able to choose different races or genders or things like that.
Okay, but you don't think, for example, I guess my question is, would it be racist if a white passenger specifically did not want to be picked up by a black driver? Would that be racist?
I think that this world is racist, and to eliminate racism is like a weird thing to do, so you're in favor.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna.
I don't know.
That might be a hard thing to defend. So you're in favor of racism then?
I think the majority of the people I've met in the world are racist, and people who think that they're not racist, even when I've been in.
So is racism good or bad?
I would say that the majority of people think that racism is good, especially when it comes to protecting yourself.
So I understand that there are racist people out there, but my question is racism good or bad?
Is racism good or bad?
There's no dispute that there are racist people.
Yeah.
Is it good or bad?
I guess it depends, because I think that if we're hate criming people, that kind of level of racism isn't good. But there's a certain level of
justified racism is what you're saying?
I think so, yeah.
So there is a level of justified racism from whites to blacks that you're comfortable with?
Or blacks. I know plenty of
sure,
black
it could
people
go either
who are
direction,
racist towards white people.
Right, I'm just using this easiest example. There's some allowable white to black racism that you're okay with.
As long as it's being provided for every race, yeah. Like it doesn't have to exclusively be.
Wait, so wait, am I understanding this correctly? So long as that white person also hates Asians too?
Oh, I know. So I feel like most racist people would agree that they are free game racist. They're not just racist towards one ethnic group, but like anyone can catch these hands.
Well, but what about Uber drivers?
Crazy argument.
Do you think that they don't get assaulted?
Yeah, there's definitely Uber drivers that get, and I think that Uber drivers can also opt in this case scenario to only drive women if they are a woman.
Hold on, I'm going to let the chat come through.
Nook Submurf donated
Okay, thank you, man.
$200. You're the man, Brian. Don't let the haters or 304 simps bring you down.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Much
it.
love from the Crucible crew.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the TTS. I don't know, it got really quiet here at the panel when all you were in favor of this, women having, segregated Ubers or whatever. But if we talk about race, it seems a little less tenable.
I'm just going to
Tenable?
say, for this reason exactly, I do not take Uber. And I probably won't ever. I avoid it at all costs.
You're a Lyft user?
No,
or
I don't use period.
Because of the...
Like, I'm just afraid of being in the car with someone else, by all means.
So you just drive yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
well,
yeah.
that's one way. We have
That's
Pasty
one way
George.
you just don't have the problem.
Hasty George donated $200. Chair 5, holy shit, you are so scuffed in the head, LMFA.
Andrew, I want to run this argument by you. The bear thing's been beat to death, so we won't linger long. Something that just occurred to me that's like perhaps a counter to my argument that I've been making is, well, hold on, Brian, bathrooms are segregated. And me personally, I don't have issues with the segregation of bathrooms. I suppose my counter there would be, well, when there are certain considerations when people are in a state of undress that warrants a separation of the sexes. But Andrew, do you think that would be an effective counter argument to my point of, well, okay, hold on, but society broadly doesn't have issues when it comes to segregation, with bathrooms, dressing rooms, locker rooms. But if there were even segregated bathrooms based on race, there would be broad societal disagreement on that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Social cohesion doesn't have to be consistent. So it's not logically inconsistent. So just saying that people want to segregate based on sex but not based on race is not logically inconsistent. There doesn't have to be, so you're talking about two different situations. You don't have to apply an equal standard. Mm-hmm. It's that simple, right? So people socially sex segregate in this country, but they don't sex segregate in all countries. There's some countries where men and women get undressed together and it's not a big deal.
But do you think this would be a defeater to my argument about, like, the Uber example? So, okay, there's this policy where the women can match with women. Well, okay, is that sexist? And then if a white person doesn't want to ride with a black person, is that similar?
Yeah, I think that's jumping over to a different classification. Mm-hmm. So you're jumping it then from sex to race. And I think that you could make potential racial arguments there, which would just be like, look, we're not talking about a specific subset of this group being inherently more dangerous than another, and that's where you're taking it. Instead, we're just saying that by and large, everybody in this group is more dangerous than everybody in this other group. So it just depends on how much you want to whittle it down. Is it a defeater? No, it's not a defeater.
Yeah.
It's not a defeater. Well, the thing is, though, is like, the logic here, though, for me, is the reverse. So if women can pick whether or not they have a female driver, I'm fine with that. I just want to be able to pick that I never have a female driver or that I'd never have to pick up a female. I think that's fine, right? That seems like it's fine the other way. It's just that it's going to disproportionately affect women because most men are the drivers. Mm-hmm. So, and I think if most men can pick and choose whether or not they want to pick up women, they probably won't. In fact, I did a thread on that, and it went super viral on X. Remember that, Brian? So yeah. I retweeted it and said, yeah, so I get to choose not to pick up women, right? And women went crazy because they were like, wait a second, it's mostly men who are the drivers. So it seems like it disproportionately affects women, but that does seem to be what's fair. If you can choose the sex, we get to choose the sex too, right?
I wonder if there would be pushback there, though, from the other side of, well, hold on, that's sexist towards women, So I don't know.
Why? How could that be sexist towards women, but not towards men?
Well, I think it would be sexist towards both, but there would be more societal objection to men having an option to opt out of riding with women versus the reverse.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't know what that would be justified on. They would just say, "Oh, well, it's dangerous for me." It's like, okay, but it's also dangerous for men to pick up women.
Yeah.
So because they can get false accusations, all kinds of stuff. Just because you say the percentage is lower than that of a man doesn't instantly give it justification.
I guess the connection that I make to this is the reason that women cite to for why they would prefer to either, they pick the bear, or why they would prefer to ride with another woman is they've had bad experiences with men. So they cite to bad experiences with men, crime statistics, or, an anecdote from somebody else, or like collective anecdotes from women of having bad experiences with men. So if that's the foundation for creating this sort of segregation, well, I can't see why there would be any objection to, like, say, an individual white person who had a bad experience or multiple bad experiences with a black person saying, because of my own anecdotal bad experiences and my own safety concerns, I'm going to employ racist segregation practices.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can whittle it down the same way. It's just that in the first case, when you're talking about just sex, let's say women appeal to the fact that men are committing overwhelmingly the majority of these types of sexual crimes as opposed to women, especially in Ubers. That's true. But that doesn't negate the fact that it's still really rare. It doesn't happen often to almost any woman who's a writer. So even if it is the case that one group is doing this overwhelmingly more, it's still rare. So if we can appeal to rare bad thing that happens, then we can appeal to rare bad accusation too. There's no reason. There's not a set threshold, right? Does it have to be 200% more likely, 300% more likely?
Sure.
As long as the likelihood is there, the preference should be there, or it's not actually a fair policy, right?
True. Moving on, let's see here. Let's see if I'm just a girl. Somebody, Rose. Rose?
No, I just heard you say I'm just a girl, and that was
that was you? Yeah. Damn, fucking cursive. They have very rigid beliefs when nature's nature in...
Oh, yeah, nature's going to be nature.
What are the rigid beliefs, I guess?
I don't know, when I hear you guys talk about the gender roles and whatnot, it's like you're always asking, well, what should it be? What should we have in society? What's the right, noble thing to do? But in reality, it's like humans are nature. We just are, you know what I'm saying? Like there's evolution, of course, but...
A little closer to the mic if you can.
Sorry. There's no right or wrong way. It just is. This is the time period that we're in. There's different variables around us right now. And
well, if that's true, there is no right way. Then what's actually wrong then with men just going ahead and, I don't know, making sex cages for all the women and they just run everything and women just become breeding stock if it just is?
Well, if men, like I'm not saying that that's acceptable, but that's the...
Well, why not? It just
If that's the nature of men, then men are going to do what men are going to do.
So
now,
then,
thankfully, the nature of men, they have a little bit of kindness in their heart not to do that. But
I see. So you're appealing... So when you're appealing to the nature of men, you're actually appealing to men's kindness.
Okay.
So you're saying men are kind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Men are very kind and very benevolent that they don't do that, huh?
Yeah.
That's very benevolent.
Yeah,
of them. They
that's
should
very
get a lot of
kind.
credit for not doing that because they could, right? And they don't because they're very kind.
We have a chat coming in here from Pasty. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Pasty George donated $200.
I saw this. Yeah.
In Britain, there are now female
Nick, can you Google
police
this?
disguised as joggers, and they detain and warn men who catcall them.
Actually,
Mark my words, this next level of insane feminism is coming to Canada and the US soon.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I feel like they have bigger fish to fry in England with all the knife stabbings and thefts.
And these aren't even crimes.
No.
Like, it's not a crime to catcall in England. It's not a crime. And why do they have female police officers putting themselves in positions to be catcalled so that police officers can go and talk to the person catcalling?
I mean, it sounds insane.
It's not a crime.
I also know in England, though, they're like, people get arrested for their social media posts.
Oh yeah, England is cooked.
They seem incredibly cooked, and I hope
England.
that America is not on that route.
Yeah. Well, even I saw in the video that I saw about this, honking Like if you're in a car and you honk, look, I don't think catcalling is good. Men should not catcall, men shouldn't honk, whatever. But it's not a crime. Like police should not be wasting their time and taxpayer dollars to be pursuing this.
No, exactly. And when we look at the praxis, it's ineffective anyway.
Yeah.
Totally ineffective.
Can you what?
Can I say something on this?
Yeah, go ahead really quick.
I don't like how we're talking more about, women feel uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. Why don't we talk about how men feel uncomfortable as well? Why is it only about what the women want, not... Because men can feel uncomfortable by women, too. Men can get catcalled,
Sure.
men can get essayed, all this.
Yep,
But
it's
why
true.
is it only headed towards what the women want? Are the women the only ones that complain?
Because men bad, women good.
Men bad, women good.
Well, I disagree. No, I disagree with that. But that's sort of the narrative in society, and especially in cucked England. That's definitely. There's been a lot of. I mean, I don't know. Their whole government and police force has been ideologically captured. So we do have to move it on, though. We got one super chat. We'll go ahead, pull that up. Cat, Chair 11 was the actual farter. Nice. Who's Chair 11?
Are you chair 12?
You.
No. I'm. Wait, am I?
Now you are, yeah.
Oh, she's calling me out as the farter. Okay, there it is. Yep.
Damn right.
Guilty as charged. Getting into the questionnaire here, we're going to blast through these. We're going to try not to linger too long on any of these, but sorry, Shelby? You said, so the statement is, a man dating a transgender woman is straight, to which you agree. Why is that?
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you put like a little mark through
Yeah,
it?
I
So does
did.
that mean you disagree with it, or
What was the question again?
a man dating a transgender woman is straight? So you agree with that
He's
statement?
not straight.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
That's what I think.
Into the mic, please.
Oh, he's not. He
Okay,
isn't
never mind. So,
straight.
well, then the next one, women are just as physically strong as men. You also put them.
I didn't mean to. I guess I read them wrong.
Okay. Somebody else also marked for that. It was.
It was me.
Yeah, you said women are just as physically strong as men. Well, you agree with the statement anyways. Why is that?
Because women can do anything that a man can do. Anyone at this table can say, oh, a woman can't do this, but a man can do this. If you work hard enough, you can do that.
Can I add
At the end of
something
the
to
day.
that?
Yeah.
If we were in a fight, though, he would beat me every single time, even if I have a black belt. So,
Well, if you have a
He
black
could-
belt, you'll know how to defend yourself.
Not really,
If you go to
though.
the gym every
He's
day,
bigger.
you might be able to take
I-
it.
Just saying, like,
I did
literally
a-
genetically.
like I
men
did a little
genetically wise?
Yeah.
research about lions and tigers, and I really like lions, right? But in a fight, a tiger will win every time. That doesn't mean a lion is weak, but a tiger is bigger by size. So logically, if something is bigger than you, it has more chances into beating you. Like they're probably gonna win. So if I was like maybe a 200-pound girl, then yeah, I could definitely take down a man.
Yeah, I'm
but my
saying-
size right now,
I'm saying
no.
the hypothetical of, say, everyone here went to the gym or went to,
Still-
let's say,
still
like,
not
has
enough.
some type
Wait,
of
hold on. Let her
self-defense
finish.
hate to say it.
background.
Hold on.
Or self-defense background, any type of defending yourself. You
Well,
might
let
have
me
pepper
ask you just a
spray, you might
couple
have anything.
let me ask you a
Yeah.
couple clarifying questions here. So, I'm prepared to acknowledge, and it is the case, that there are definitely women who are stronger than some men
Yes.
and could beat up some men, could whatever. But the question is sort of more of a general one. Do you think it's the case that, generally speaking, women, if they, through physical training, like you said, they can be generally stronger than men?
Yes.
Or just as strong as men?
Yeah.
So,
If they have the training for
like,
it,
here,
is
let's
what
make
I'm
it
saying.
super simple. If every single man and every single woman in the world, did I just do the woman thing?
Mm-hmm.
If everybody had the most optimum training and nutrition, et cetera, would all the women in the world be just as strong as all the men in the world?
To a degree, yes.
What do you mean, to a degree?
It matters on different people have different things. So say like high metabolism. Some men, some women have that. They might not be as strong as the other. Everyone has different body types, different.
Could we maybe
Like-
we can do this a different way? So you seem like you're a pretty logical person, pretty
Yes.
reasonable person. So let's just move to theory for a second. So you said, like, theoretically, anything that a man can do, job-wise, a woman could do, right?
Yeah.
That's your statement. Okay.
Yes.
Could you theoretically envision that there could be a job which would require a male-specific physiognomy to do because they have the skeletal and muscle density to be able to do that specific job that no woman could do, theoretically?
Logically and theoretically, yes.
And whatever that
would be a
job
possibility.
is a job that women cannot do, thus negating your
My
proposition
statement. So
that anything a woman can do or anything a man can do, a woman can do, as we've just theoretically demonstrated that can't be true.
So I will logically say that I was wrong in that
Okay.
theoretical position.
Okay. So the thing is like, now one I could use pragmatically, but could never say, I couldn't say for sure a woman could never do it, right? That would be impossible for me to say. But what I can say is a woman never has been able to, which is a Navy SEAL. There's never been a female Navy SEAL, and many have tried. Not
I
one.
actually did not know that. I appreciate that
they
information.
can't. Do you know why they say that's really hard for women to do, if not impossible? And they've really groomed a lot of women to do this who are very, very physically fit. It's because of weight proportions when it comes to equipment lugging. So they have certain parts in their training where they have to swim many, many miles with distributed weight around their body, and women just don't have the physical characteristics to carry that type of weight for those elongated periods of time. Their bodies aren't designed for it. So that's at least a practical thing I could point to that women have not yet been able to accomplish. Not saying that they never could, but at least they never have so far.
I understand, yes. Thank you for
Has your
making that
position
point.
changed, or are
Yeah,
you still?
my position has changed.
Okay, so men are generally stronger than
Generally, yes.
physically stronger.
Physically.
Like, how about a couple of clarifying questions? Is the world's strongest man stronger than the world's strongest woman?
In the logical hypothetical that we put out there, yes, to this day.
This day.
As he was
so
saying
this
about like
kind
the
of-
Navy SEAls, you know how there isn't one woman Navy SEAL right now. So
Not
Physically.
right now.
Yeah, but
There's
I'm
never
saying,
been
like-
one ever.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I guess my question is more so because you said, well, you know, if there was some sort of equality when it came to physical strength training, nutrition, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm talking the strongest man in the world and the strongest woman in the world. That sort of would grant that they both have the peak optimum physical strength training routine,
Would they
nutrition.
both be like the same height, same weight, class, all that?
I'd be actually willing to grant same height and same weight. And I think the
I would
man
say it
would
would
still
be a fair fight.
Nah, the man would still be stronger, but
Okay.
I'm not even sure if women are capable of that degree of strength building. But this, I don't think that the world's strongest woman is the same height or the same weight as the world's strongest man. I'm just saying, whoever the world's strongest man is, and whoever the world's strongest woman is, which one's stronger?
Probably the man.
Probably the man. Okay.
So if your job then was to be the strongest person in the world, a woman actually couldn't do that, could they?
They could not.
So then by this logic, we've now deduced that there's at least one potential job that a man will always be able to do that a woman cannot, which is to be the strongest person in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Logically, yes.
Moving to Courtney, you say, you agree with the following statement. Women are the primary victims of war, not men. Why is that?
I circle that.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't intend to. So women are the primary victims of war, not men. You agreed with that statement.
Okay.
Is that true, or did you
I guess,
mis-circle
in
it, or?
a sense, yeah. Like, just because they tend to be more like because women and like children tend to be more victims, just because, I don't know, they're normally seen like they're taken as like the hostages normally from what you see, or like they're more like
Women
the
are
casualties.
not
so.
taken as hostages more frequently than men are in warfare. Like
I'm
prisoners
saying,
of war are almost exclusively men.
Sad.
But there's the other components of your argument I'm happy to hear. I just wanted to going on that one. Well, I guess my question to you is, when a woman is going through pregnancy, would you say that women suffer through pregnancy, like physical pain,
Yeah.
maybe other types of pain, whatever that might be? And would you agree that sometimes, if they have a boyfriend or husband, that it can be stressful to the husband to see that their girlfriend or wife is,
Yeah.
that can cause them some kind of mental scar or
Yeah.
something? I don't think it would, but whatever. Maybe
Not
it's
like a
stressful for
mental
them.
scar, I'm
empathy,
saying,
you
like,
know?
It's stressful for them, right?
It's definitely.
But would
it's
it be
also,
fair
like-
for me to say that because of that, like, are women the primary sufferers of pregnancy, or are their boyfriends or husbands?
I feel like that's mostly women.
Yeah.
Just because you have to
Mostly
like,
women.
you're actually like going through it.
Like, for
Women
example, how about the actual birth? So the woman's pushing out a child, and maybe she's holding your hand while she's doing it, and she squeezes your hand really hard, and it hurts. I think maybe the man's the primary sufferer.
And she hurts your ears with all the screaming.
All the
too.
screaming, oh my
Yeah, all
God.
the screaming.
Yes.
Super obnoxious. You're
Good
just like,
point.
oh, I wish you would just shut up. That's terrible.
Good point,
During
Andrew.
the I don't know how long you have to be pregnant, but during the 9 months of pregnancy, I would say that if you are in a married or you have a relationship with the man's going to be the primary subject to stress because he's going to be taking care of you. But as you're pushing this child out of your body, that is going to be your most painful point.
I mean, I don't know if I would
I didn't
grant.
say I disagree with you.
That would be my personal logic. To
Look, I think we can give women something. Like, yeah, pregnancy's probably harder for women. Maybe you guys could say war probably has a disproportionately harsher
100%.
negative impact on men.
I agree.
Okay.
I heard labor is extremely, extremely painful. I can't speak
Well, I
for
can
myself.
say that.
Yeah,
it
see,
is.
there you
Women are always bitching about that, but like I've seen this now many times, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I think kidney stones hurt just as bad, and men get kidney stones all the time.
I've
and I
had
think they
those
hurt-
too.
Oh, you've
What's
had that
that?
too?
Which one was more painful?
I've had those too.
Which was worse?
Yeah, depends.
I kind of,
Depends.
I would have to say that because kidney stones pass a lot faster than childbirth.
Sometimes.
Depending on how long you're in labor for.
Sometimes labor's
But
30 minutes.
it was excruciating with the kidney stones, and actually
Yeah.
my youngest son just had that happen to him.
Damn.
So
this
this
week.
whole like women have a monopoly on we go through the most painful thing ever, which is childbirth. It's like naturally I'm like nah you don't. Kidney stones just as bad. If you look at the pain levels that people report for that, it's like men get that all the time. It's on par with childbirth. So I don't think they have the monopoly on that.
Well, it's funny you say that because my son asked me about it, and he goes, "What kind of pain did you go through?" I said, "It's the same thing. That's what I go through with childbirth." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Exactly. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt like hell for women most of the time. You know what I mean? Some childbirths are not so bad. It's like labor's not even very long.
No,
Some
my
of them
mom-
I've seen is like 25 hours and they're agonizing pain. But I've seen that with kidney stones too. I've seen people.
My mom,
It takes,
yeah, the same thing. She popped them out in like 3 hours, no problem with me.
Well, Andrew,
they
you
just
tried to
walked
give
out
us
with a cane
something.
and a hat.
Okay, so I don't know. Is your position the same? Like women, so there's no doubt that everybody during war experiences suffering.
Yeah.
Children, women do experience very negative things during war. But okay,
I mean, I know people in like.
has your position? Are you still firm on your position?
No, then I'll disagree. Then I'll
Oh,
I don't think she was ever that firm on it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, so the majority of casualties of war are men. Injuries, deaths.
I guess then I'm just not that educated on it.
Speaking of war, why don't we do this? This is it's topical. What years were World War One? Starting with you.
Oh God.
World War One.
What years?
Honey, I got no idea.
Guess.
I'm not even gonna
Guess.
guess. I'm not even gonna guess. Because
Wild guess,
It's
ballpark.
actually so bad. No, I
No.
have actually zero clue.
How about this decade? Just tell me the decade. 1930s, 40s, 50s.
No, I can't even give you a ballpark on that.
Just guess.
No.
Come on.
I have no idea.
Boo.
I got almost no history education because I went to like a religious school. So like any of the history was all just religion based.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Do you want to just throw something
really
out there?
don't.
1830s, something.
Oh, I really don't.
How about century? Just tell me which.
You're not going to get an answer.
No, wait. Century, that's a fair shake there.
You're not getting an answer.
1800s, 1900s, 2000, 1700s, 1600s?
Next caller.
Century. Come on, century.
Next caller.
All right. What years were World War I?
Like 1840s.
Okay. What about you?
I would say like the 1930s.
Okay. What about you?
1916, 1920.
Okay.
I was gonna say like end of the 20s, beginning of the 30s.
So 20s to 30s. Okay.
Yeah, 19.
What about you? Into the mic?
Like 1940s.
19. Scoot into the table a little bit if you can. 1940s. What about you? World War I?
Oh gosh.
Just
The early 1900s. That's all.
20s. Just take a guess. Decade. Which decade? 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s?
And 1920s.
Okay. What about you?
20s. 1800?
1800?
Yeah, ish. It's
World War
late.
II, right?
No, World
No,
War One.
one.
Oh,
yeah,
one. Oh,
yeah, of
sorry.
course.
Let me
World War One.
redact
Of course.
1800s, I want to say. I don't remember this.
Okay. All right. Let's do World War One. Not as recent. Let's do World War II really quick. World War II decade.
It was in the
Years?
early 19. I want to say like 19. No, because my grandpa was literally in it. Like I'm literally gonna get roasted.
That's okay.
I want to say
19
it was 1940.
Okay. What about you?
1950s.
Into the mic.
1950s.
I was gonna say 1960s.
1960. Sure.
1944 and 1948.
All right. What about you?
Yeah,
World
I
War
was,
II.
I was gonna. My original answer was for World War II. So.
Sure. What about you?
1969.
Okay.
I believe it's 1940s.
Okay.
30s.
1940s.
All right. Well, World War One was 1914, 1918. World War II, 1939, 1945.
Wait, so it was only the First World War only lasted a couple years?
4 years.
4 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, Brian, I got a Hail Mary here to throw at you.
Uh-oh.
What year was the Korean War?
So it was in the 50s,
Okay.
but I don't have that was the decade. I don't have the exact dates though.
It was in the 50s. You're right.
Yeah.
50 to 53.
What?
That's a tough one because that's like the forgotten war.
Yeah. Was Vietnam 60s, 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
60s
Yeah.
into the 70s. Yeah.
Yep. Vietnam actually lasted a really long time. That was actually a pretty long war.
We just really like.
Well, Andrew, I have a question for you.
No, don't do it.
When was the Third Crusade?
Oh, God.
The years for the Third Crusade? I don't know.
Don't look at your chat.
I don't know. I just said I don't know.
When was the 18?
Okay. Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Yeah.
I feel like mine was easier.
Probably a little
I
easier.
feel like mine was pretty easy. You're like, oh yeah. And who was the king in the Third Crusade?
Yeah. Who was the third pope, Andrew?
Who was the third pope? Yeah.
Wait, was the Crusades? Is that considered antiquity, or is that?
No, I don't think that's antiquity. I do remember the Crusades. I think it was King Richard, maybe, for the Third Crusade. I just don't remember the years.
Deus Vult. Anyways, so let's see here. Where were we? Oh, the questionnaire, of course. Oh, no.
See, we
Hold
don't
on,
just pick
maybe.
on you guys. We're picking on each other too.
Oh yeah, like I just got totally smoked on the Korean War. Totally destroyed. BTFO'd.
No, okay. I feel like you won that over the Crusades, but I feel like my question was a little bit easier.
Yeah, you gave me. It was definitely easier. We have Pasty George here. Thank you, man.
Pasty George donated $200. My mother once passed kidney stones and had a gallbladder attack at the same time, and she said she would rather give birth to 3 babies than go through that type of pain again.
Yikes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That would be horrible.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
Done none
Thank
of
you,
the
Pasty.
three.
Thank you, Pasty. How about this really quick? Last. I don't know where. Okay, we're talking about war, I guess. Last thing on the war. Name one Axis power and one allied power for World War II. One Axis power, one allied power.
What the fuck does that mean?
Access power.
I'm sorry.
Like,
And
how about this?
allies.
Axis bad, allied good guys.
Yeah, that's a lot less ambiguous.
Oh,
Like an
okay,
American ally?
So like American and is it German? It's one of them.
Germans were the bad ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, allied American,
Yeah.
U.S., Axis Germany. There's some other belligerents though in this conflict.
Oh, of course.
So you can't repeat. We're not going to be able to do all the girls here, but
Yeah,
you
I was
can't.
gonna say.
Yeah, because I won't expect you to guys name some of the more minor belligerents in the war.
I have no idea.
One allied power, one Axis power. You can't repeat hers.
I literally don't know. Like
World War II.
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
World War II. Can't say USA. Can't say Germany.
Say France
I'm
and
getting a
Russia.
history lesson right now.
France as allied power.
Allied.
Okay, and then Russia.
As X.
I don't know.
No,
Well,
technically.
was it?
Russia
Well, Russia was allied at the end of the war. There was wasn't there a non-aggression pact between Germany and Russia for a period of the war?
Yeah.
Wait,
And-
Russia was not Axis though, at any point, correct?
Well,
It wasn't Axis.
once the war was over.
Is that correct?
Once the war was over and they took control over Berlin, though, Russia had a piece of it, America had a piece of Berlin, and I don't remember what the other
Who
ones were.
flip-flopped? Greece? Was it Greece who flip-flopped? I don't know. Who flip-flopped? I don't know. Okay. One allied power.
I think I would say Great Britain,
Okay. At one Axis power.
Japan.
Okay. We'll see if we can get one more. What about you?
You know, Italy, Mussolini, that was bad.
Okay.
Not
Access.
good, yeah.
At one allied.
And I'm trying to think of another one. I mean, let's go with, did we say Britain already? Yeah, we did. We said Britain. We said France. We said Switzerland was in the middle, right? Neutral. Yeah, neutral.
Okay. Good times.